Say we are always on time when it comes to breaking out the stock market reports. Yes, you can always count us. You can always count on us on Broad Street Radio to always give you the up-to-date reports on what went down right here from the Nigerian Stock Exchange and from everything that's to do with your money matters. You can always count on us. And here with me is Mr. Charles, our financial expert here to give us all the updates on all that we need to know. Mr. Charles, good afternoon.
Yes, thank you, Jay Vaughn.
Yeah, my name is Jay Vaughn.
Again, when I come to a studio like this and I begin to see a lot of things, I'm asking myself, which segment is this now? Is it morning beverage? Is it afternoon drive time? So, but anyway, it's good to have a lot of talented colleagues that you can learn from.
Yeah, sure,
At the same time, you get the job done.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yes, thank you. Like you said, we are always on time when we want to get the stock market report because we believe information should be timely.
Yeah, information should be timely and precise. No, that cannot be overemphasized.
Exactly. And that's where it becomes useful so the investors can take informed decision. So going straight to the stock market report, it was a very good day for investor. The bulls took charge and control of the market. So at the end of business today, the market closed in the positive. So investors have gained today. The report, the ASI closed in the positive territory, adding 0.71% to close at 37,907.28 basis points. The ASI measures the performances of all the equities that are quoted on the NGS platform. At the end of business today, total volume that was recorded 213.7 million units of shares exchanged hands, valued at about 3.23 billion naira in 3,428 deals. Moving on straight to the sectorial performances, starting with NGS 30, close in the positive territory, adding 0.85%. Moving on straight, the insurance sector is next. Insurance sector closed in the negative territory, losing 0.14%. The banking sector was also negative, losing 0.06%. However, the oil and gas sector was positive. The index gained 0.74%. Consumer goods sector was also positive. In fact, we had a very fantastic increment in the consumer goods sector, 4.82%. And of course, that was likely because of high cap stock in that indices that gained. And I'm sure Nestle will be one of them. Moving on straight, the industrial sector was flat. The gainers charts. Topping that chart, of course, we have said it is Nestle Nigeria PLC. It gained 10% maximum to close at 1,540 naira. Closely following Nestle is Ikeja Hotel, which gained 9.92% to close at 1 naira 33 kobo. Following Ikeja Hotel is Oando, which gained 9.67% to close at 3 naira 29 kobo. Lasaco, the insurance company, gained 9.49% to close at 1 naira 50 kobo. Also on that list is Beja Page, which gained 9.04% to close at 8 naira 40 kobo. Moving on straight to the losers chart, the decliners. Topping that chart is BOC Gas, operating and providing oxygen gas for COVID-19 patients, lost 10% to close at 8 naira 55 kobo. Closely following BOC Gases is Sovereign Trust Insurance, which lost 7.14% to close at 2 naira 60 kobo. Following sovereign trust insurance is PZ, which lost 7.08% to close at 5.25 kobo. Another insurer, Regency, made that list, losing 6.12% to close at 46 kobo. We also have Charm on that list, which lost 4.76% to close at 20 kobo. We know today is the last trading day for the month of June. At the same time, last trading day for the end of the quarter. So we're expecting a lot of rebalancing. Of course, by tomorrow, we know that the NGX platform will see new things in terms of rebranding of their indices. And of course, we'll be seeing rebalancing of some of those indices. There are some that will go and some new ones will come up. So that will assist portfolio managers to know which equity to advise their client and which equity to advise their client to sell to rebalance their portfolio. Also on the news, most of the companies were sending their board meeting where the likes of Zenith Bank, Julius Berger, Unilever, Guinness, they sent notice of their board meeting to the market. We also had Flour Mills that sent its earnings report to the market. In subsequent bulletin, we are going to give you details of that earnings report from Flour Mills and of course from other equities that we're sending to the markets. Thank you.
All right, like you said, we have our top gainers, likes of Nestle, Ikeja Hotel, Owando, Laseco, and Link Assured. Okay, and we also have Julius Berger on that list. And for the top, the bottom losers, we have Bogas, we have PZ, we have Charms, and all these companies now. How will their, for the top gainers? I'm sure the investors are very happy that they had, they had much gain for today.
Yes, that's true. But you see, again, investors should not worry so much about the daily movement of price. Yes, it's good to check your portfolio and the value of your portfolio. But as long as you are not realizing, you are not selling, then you have not lost anything.
Okay.
It's only when the price comes down and you are selling, that is when you are losing. But if the price is down and you are not selling, then of course your portfolio is still there. Just that at that particular point in time, your value has gone down. So it's normal when people buy and sell frequently, prices are bound to go up and come down. It's just a normal market dynamics.
All right, like you mentioned, you said today is the last day of trade for the month and also for the first quarter, right?
Yes.
Is it advisable for people to pump in money at this time? Knowing that so far it's been a good trade. Looking at what had happened in the last quarter.
Yes, it depends on each individual. If you see that your portfolio, some of the securities you have inside your portfolio have not done well, they've not met your own objective, of course, you will sell those ones and you now look at the ones that you think will meet your objective, then you can buy those. That's what we call rebalancing. So every half year, it's always good to rebalance your portfolio because institutional investors are doing it. They look at, of course, they even do quarterly. So this is the end of another quarter. It's also the end of the half year. So they will look at their portfolio and see whether the returns they have made is okay. And if it's not okay, of course, that's what we call portfolio revision. You have to look at the changing economic circumstances. You have to revise your portfolio. You see that if these ones are not doing well, you sell them off. If these are the ones you want, you can increase their quantity and all that. And looking at what the companies have also done. So you look at half year, and once you see some of the companies are sending their reports, you say, okay, I need to increase my stake in this particular company. So half year is a good time to revise your portfolio and begin to evaluate it so that you can take decisions as to the securities that will remain in your portfolio.
Okay, I want to ask this question just for probably we'll have one or two listeners that were thinking, is it possible for this report to be doctored, or are they genuine? Can you trust them 100%?
That's a very interesting question.
No, because I'm trying to think from as a listener now. I'm asking, like, if I want to make an investment, how much can I trust all these reports? Knowing how well people doctor information here in this part of the world.
Okay, you can see that the market is transparent, and it opens at 9:30 thereabout till about 2:30. And we have various stages in the market. Now, between the hours of 10 and 2:25 or 2:20, there is continuous trading. Everything, you see how the prices are determined. You will see people buying and selling. And trade will only match. Others will match if the price I'm buying matches your price. So there is, one person cannot manipulate the market.
Okay.
It's just like saying when you go to any of these local market, Balogu market, you want to manipulate. Yes, you can buy one item at 5 naira, another person can come and buy that same item at 5.50 kobo. So there is a band. That's why it's a regulated market. Prices of these securities cannot go beyond 10% up or down. So within, people can begin to get some bargain. And as soon as the market closes, in fact, the internationals, foreign investors are monitoring the markets. So there is no way anybody will want to say they want to manipulate. What are you manipulating? Everything is open and transparent. The only issue that we might have might be some investors who are not discerning. They don't understand certain basic calculation. I'll give an example.
Okay.
On a particular day, let's say Nestle or GTCO, they have paid or announced payment of dividends. And once you announce that payment of dividends, you will give a cutoff date.
Okay.
That for all those whose name is on their register, this is the cutoff date. They call it markdown or thereabout. Now, qualification date, and of course, yeah. So when that date has come, of course, you want to do what they call markdown. That is, the companies wants to know the investors that qualify for the dividend they are giving them.
Okay.
So they don't want to be just like, you must have a cutoff date that if your name is on this list, you benefit. But people are still buying and selling, so they have to have a date. So let's say Nestle is paying 100 naira, and the price of Nestle, like we have seen today, is 1,500 naira. Now, for them to do that markdown, they will have to reduce the price of Nestle by the dividends they have paid. So any person who is buying now will be buying at a lesser price, but you will not get that dividend. That's what it's called ex-div. So if the dividend the Nestle is paying is 100 naira and their current market price is 1,500, so what regulators will do is to subtract the dividend from the current market price. So if Nestle is 1,005, you subtract the 100 naira, so the price of Nestle will now be 1,400. So me that I'm coming to buy fresh, I won't buy it at 1,500. I will buy at 1,400. But I will not benefit from the dividend they have paid. So all this is trying to be fair. The market has to be efficient. The market has to be transparent and fair. So you cannot get dividends and get the price at a lower price. So once you get the dividends, you will not want to get it, or you are not expected to get that dividend when you are buying when it has been marked down. So those are some of the calculations that are being done that people might say it is manipulation. It is a standard practice all over the world. Even in the New York Stock Exchange, you do markdown for dividend payment. So the figures cannot be doctored.
All right. So in case you are there and probably you've been wondering how true are this information, you just hear it from our own, from our own very own. Okay. it cannot be doctored. You can trust on it 100%, 100%. And come on, we're talking about the future here. Investing in the stocks are something that you will definitely benefit from. And lastly, what determines the increase and decrease in prices?
Okay, just like any other market,
is it the same policy? The higher the demand, the higher the price.
Of
the
course,
lower the demand, lower the
factor.
price.
Yeah, that's one factor. So if there are, just take for example, maybe Dangote cement, you have so many persons wanting to buy Dangote cement, and the few persons that wants to sell, of course they will increase their price now. Yes, but what we are saying, because it's a regulated market, there is a certain band it cannot go beyond for that particular day, which is 10%.
But there was a time that this is not in Nigeria, the likes of Tesla, that their stock rose so high, and they said it was not like the first time ever that a particular stock would have risen to that extent, because when he's talking about these the electronic cars and all that.
Yeah.
So can we have the same? For example, let's say, like I said, Dangote, and people have, everybody wants to buy. Can there be a particular, aside from how you said having a cap, is there a way that probably they will just overlook the cap and have
it? You can't go. Even the one of Tesla you're talking about, it was within their own range. It cannot go beyond that cap. This is a machine. It's been set and agreed by everybody, that because you can't just allow the market to just keep going up or down.
So by you're not having people start selling their stock as well with 10,000 naira per unit and all that.
Yes. In fact, even the whole market, if the whole market just going up, you know that something is wrong. So we even have mechanism they call circuit breaker. It will just halt the market.
Okay.
When the whole market itself has gone beyond 5%, either up or down, that circuit breaker will be triggered. And of course, they will report to regulators and they will tell the traders to just relax, calm down. What is actually happening? Begin to assess the information. Why are the prices going up this way? Then after about 30 minutes or so, then you can now come back and start trading. If the market continues to go up, it will be shut down for that day. So the mechanism are put in place to ensure that investors are protected. Because that is the key.
So my money is protected. All right.
Money is protected. The only way you say your money is not protected is when the company in which you have bought in shares, the managers are not managing very well, and you as an investor, as a part owner, you don't even go for their AGM. So you need to go to the AGM and tell the MD that you have not done so well, you have done this, you need to do this and all that. So it is only in that circumstance where the management are not accountable to the shareholders. That's why you can say, yes, in that case, mismanagement, your investment will not meet your own objective. That's why we're encouraging investors' advocacy. People should always attend AGM.
Talking about that AGM, is it open to everybody or just, for me personally, I might be wrong, but I usually think that AGM meetings are for those that really have big stake in it.
Even if it's 1 unit you have, you are entitled to.
Oh really?
AGM. Yeah, even if it's 1 unit.
I've missed like a million AGM.
So try and start attending.
No, because I remember back then I bought some years back, as far back as can I remember. I bought stocks from the likes of First Bank and then this Sterling Bank or so, and I think UBA. Then my early day when I started working, as immediately I left secondary school. My mom, she's an addict investor. Okay. And even though she might not be that formally educated when it comes to investing, I'm sure she's even reaping many of the roots of how the fruits of our investment back then
to
today.
For a long time.
Yes, because at the time, during the time of registering for e-dividend and all that, I think she linked everything to some of our accounts.
So I'm sure you should go and do that. You should go and mandate your account so that they pay direct to your.
Funny enough, I'm saying it on air. It's funny. I can't.
No, the process is ongoing.
I cannot. The thing is that I can't even
lay your hands
on my certificates and all that.
You don't even need your certificates any longer again. As long as you can. What about dividend warrants?
I said I have to go search somewhere. I don't
Even
know.
if you have lost anything, just get in touch with your stockbroker and they'll be able to sort you.
All right, I think because I really need that. No matter how small change, those money can really make sense when you need them. All right, you're listening to PSL Wall Street Radio, okay, and we just had our stock market reports, and we are actually supposed to go into the next segment, which is investor education series. But the truth is, we actually started the program long before the program, because we've talked about we've given people a few insights into what they need to know about stock markets and even their portfolios and all that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go on a quick musical break, and we'll be coming back for the stock investor